The year is 1978. The world of the automobile is a landscape of profound compromise, particularly in the United States. The long shadow of the 1973 oil crisis still looms large, having permanently altered the industry's trajectory. A new reality, defined by stringent emissions regulations and a newfound, if reluctant, focus on fuel economy, has taken hold. This period, often derided as the malaise era, saw the once mighty American V8 neutered by primitive emissions controls, leading to a generation of cars whose grand styling promised performance their engines could no longer deliver. Yet, amidst this era of diminished expectations, a beacon of hope remained: the Grand Tour. The GT car, a concept born in Europe, represented a different kind of automotive ideal. It was not a mere appliance for commuting, nor was it a raw, uncompromising sports car. A Grand Tour was a machine of immense capability and style, designed for the express purpose of crossing continents at high speed, cocooned in luxury and comfort. It was a car for the discerning driver, who valued engineering, aesthetics, and the sheer joy of a long journey well traveled. It was in this context that the editors of Car and Driver magazine conceived of a definitive test, a trial by fire to identify the single greatest GT available to the American buyer. This would be no simple track day thrash. It was dubbed the Luxator, a real-world odyssey designed to push these complex machines to their limits on the very roads they were meant to conquer. From sweeping interstates to challenging mountain passes, the goal was to expose not just their performance envelopes, but their fundamental character, their soul. Introducing the Triumvirate. The test assembled a trio of Europe's finest, each representing a distinct national philosophy and a unique answer to the Grand Touring question. This was more than a comparison of hardware. It was a clash of automotive cultures. From Germany came two champions, representing opposing ideologies from the houses of Stuttgart and Munich. From Great Britain, a challenger arrived, a machine of singular, sensuous purpose, carrying the weight of a legendary lineage. The contenders were the Mercedes-Benz 450 SLC, the established Teutonic benchmark of quality and safety; the Jaguar XJ-S, Britain's controversial but prodigiously powerful V12 standard-bearer; the BMW 630CSi, the Bavarian upstart, promising the ultimate connection between driver and machine. The central question of the Luxator was profound. In an era of constraint, which philosophy would prevail? Would it be the brute force of displacement, the precision of a driver-focused chassis, or the unyielding pursuit of engineering perfection? The journey would provide the answer. The context of the American market in 1978 is essential to understanding the dynamics of this test. The performance figures for all three cars were blunted by the power-sapping emissions equipment required for sale in the U.S. This had a fascinating side effect. It acted as a great equalizer. With raw straight-line power somewhat leveled, the subtler aspects of each car's engineering were magnified. The test became less about which car was fastest and more about how well each manufacturer's core identity survived the translation to a restrictive market. This pressure cooker environment forced a deeper evaluation of handling dynamics, ride comfort, build quality, and ergonomic intelligence. The malaise era in this instance became an unwitting magnifier of character, making the differences between the Jaguar's silken V12, the BMW's chassis brilliance, and the Mercedes' structural integrity stand out in stark, illuminating relief.